Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. You are looking at Mackenzie Field in the Kalamazoo College Athletics Field Complex for this afternoon's women's lacrosse matchup between Kalamazoo College and Ohio Northern. Zach Metz here next to me, Dawson Scoopin. Getting on a little late, so we're not going to read the starting lineups like normal, but we thank you all for tuning in. Action coming up in just a few moments between Kalamazoo and Ohio Northern. Out of all the people who I've ever heard do play-by-play, you're in the top 3. Mainly because I can't think of everybody else. Yes. I mean, you're better than Devin Yankee.
Good afternoon, and welcome to Mackenzie Field on the campus of Kalamazoo College for today's women's lacrosse game between the visitors from Ohio Northern University and your Kalamazoo College Hornets. Kalamazoo College, the MIAA, and the NCAA promote good sportsmanship by students, athletes, coaches, and fans. We request your cooperation in supporting the student athletes and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, derogatory comments, or other intimidating actions directed at athletes, officials, team representatives, or other fans will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal. Now, for the starting lineup for today's match. First, the visitors from Ohio Northern. Number 4, Elise Callahan. Number 8, Elena Martin. Number 10, Tori Weiss. Number 11, Emma Hurston. Number 13, Emma LeJudas. Number 16, Emma Perry. Number 18, Riley Kosick. Number 20, Keegan Burden. Number 22, Gabby Manastra. Number 29, Elizabeth Graham. Number 30, Izzy Salata. Number 32, Chloe Milliken. And now your starters for the Hornets. Number 2, Jordan Flink. Number 5, Hannah Heron. Number 6, Julia Kozel. Number 7, Lily Grelak. Number 8, Sophie Hardo. Number 10, Ella Spooner. Number 13, Tessa Fuller. Number 16, Marin Boschevin. Number 18, Jordan Doyle. Number 21, Natalie Mackey. Number 25, Vivian Schmidt. And number 27, Mackenzie Newhall. At this time, please stand for the playing of our national anthem.
ready to go. The home opener for Kalamazoo on Mackenzie Field against Ohio Northern. Talked to Kalamazoo head coach Jeff Smith before the game. So Ohio Northern's a team that they have played many times throughout the years. Always a good matchup, always close. Said she'd like to see her team win a few more matchups individually to get over the top. Again, Zach Metz and Dawson Scoopin here for this game. Scoop, there's always a lot of excitement with the new year, right?
For sure, Mets. I think that this team is really hopeful this year. A tough loss, a little bit of a blown lead in the fourth quarter in their opener, and I think they're going to come back and try to recover from that and have a good showing today.
Yeah, you mentioned that first game. They dropped it at Indiana Tech Wednesday night, 17-15. Had a lead late, unable to hold on. Ohio Northern was dominant in their opening game. They took on Adrian College. They're kind of just rolling through the MIAA to start the year. They were at Adrian Wednesday, here at Kalamazoo today, and then they'll be at Trine, if my math serves me correct, the upcoming Wednesday. They won 18-4, dominant fashion, as we're ready to get underway. Ella Spooner will attempt to control the draw for Kalamazoo. Kalamazoo in white, ONU in black. And we are underway. Hornets will have it first. They quickly work it to the freshman Tessa Fuller. Scored 4 goals in her first collegiate game on Wednesday. Here's Jordan Doyle. Back to Fuller. Hannah Herron's got it to Spooner. They go around the horn to Doyle. Lily Grelak cutting. Fuller maybe trying to go one-on-one. Herron spinning, going to get an opportunity. Goes back to Fuller instead. Ohio Northern defending strong so far, and Spooner couldn't get the shot off. Here come the Polar Bears. Elena Martin, who scored 4 goals in the opener for Ohio Northern, brings it from left to right. Gives it to Elise Callahan. And the Polar Bears will settle in for their first opportunity to attack.
Yeah, Mets look a lot for number 8, Elena Martin, and number 29, Elizabeth Graham, to set up the offense for Ohio Northern today.
Each had 4 goals in the opener. Graham, a fifth-year senior out of Dayton, Ohio. Martin, a sophomore out of Youngstown, Ohio. She's got it here. Golden opportunity for the Polar Bears, but unable to hold on to the pass was Emma Perry. And Hornets the other way with Fuller. Now Sophie Hartle's got it. Back to Fuller, and the Hornets reset. Early opportunity for Herron, and she scores. And the Hornets are on the board first.
Goal by number 5, Hannah Heron.
Number 5 for the senior. And Kalamazoo with the lead at home. Tessa Fuller gets credited with the assist. That is her second. It goes from the young to the old, per se. The freshman to the senior. Fuller to Herron, and the Hornets with a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, Mets, just as I said for Ohio Northern, I think it's going to be really a three-headed monster for the Hornets today with Herron, Spooner, and Fuller all day long on the offensive end. And right there you can see it with 2 points early for them.
Spooner led Kalamazoo with 6 goals. She's back in the draw. And the Hornets again win the draw. And we have a whistle. And it's going to be the Polar Bears who are going to come away with it. Here comes Emma Hurstein. Hurston into the offensive end. Gets it back, I believe, from Perry. Hurston trying to go one-on-one, I believe, at Vivian Schmidt, and then misses the pass, trying to get it to Keegan Burton. It will be a turnover. And the Hornets unable to clear. Back to Ohio Northern. Here's Martin. Looking for the equalizer and the answer. She loses it, picks it back up. Now Hurston moves it across the field to what I believe is Perry. Long ways away. That far side of the field can get tough for you and I. Burton takes a bump from Mackenzie Newhall. That pass sails incomplete, but the Polar Bears keep it. Halfway through the shot clock. Spinning. He's the fifth-year senior. Graham gives it up. Under 30 seconds, Perry. Hornets have been really sound defensively these few possessions. That one knocked away. It's Kozel defending. Forces Perry all the way back near the sideline. Now Burton gonna have to try and do it herself. Shot saved by Flink.
Yeah, great defense from the Hornets early on that possession and took up almost a whole shot clock and a little bit of a forced shot there near the end.
The junior Flink gets the save, allowed 8 goals in half of the game that she played in on Wednesday. That one knocked away. Played 5 minutes, 1-0 Hornets. Again, halfway through a full shot clock. Could be another chance, and again, the Hornets there defensively, knocking the ball away. They're going to get a chance here, though, and they score. It's Graham.
Goal by number 29, Elizabeth Graham.
Graham gets her 5th assist to Riley Kosick. Kosick gets her 3rd assist. She entered today leading Ohio Northern in goals at 5. And they tie the game back up here. 1 apiece, 9:43 to go.
Yeah, great defensive possession there from the Hornets, but just unable to get the ball and get it clear. And Ohio Northern in that offensive end for almost 2-3 minutes on that possession. And
it's a long time to be defending.
Bound to get a goal after having it in the zone that long.
Spooner and Perry in the draw circle again. Hornets have it again. Here's Fuller. Doyle might have had Heron, but it would have been a tough angle to try and fit it in. Grelak. to Heron. Trying to run Mackey off a couple of screens. Well defended by the Polar Bears, defending for a long time in their own. Fuller tried to make a one-on-one move. Now Heron makes a move. Shot is saved. That was Chloe Milliken who got the stick down. Had 6 saves rather against the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Mess, I think that she might have kick saved that one.
Won't be able to kick save that one. Spooner goes 5-hole to get the Hornets the lead back.
Number 10, Ella Spooner.
Yeah, and get used to hearing that a little bit. I mean, she's going to be doing the scoring for the Hornets all day long.
Goal number 7 for Ella Spooner.
Yeah, quick shout out to Jay Swain for the goal song.
Good old
for
Jay
Spooner.
Swain. Nobody does it quite like him. And that might be the best goal song I've ever heard. Not might be, I think it is.
Definitely.
.831, it's 2-1 Hornets back in front. Is that song available, like on Apple or something? Should I look after the game?
Yeah, I think it's just for her, unfortunately.
That's unfortunate.
It
It's a
might
good
have to
song.
get on Spotify and Apple Music for sure.
We know Jay Swain's got talent. He's made some songs that a lot of people enjoy.
Yeah, Through the City on Spotify.
Hornets with another opportunity after winning another draw. Spooner's been dominant there so far. Kozel gives it up. Now Fuller. Fuller gives this up. Chance for Hartle. Sails a tad high. Hornets will keep it. Doyle goes to get it. Spooner again. Through some contact and slows down. Gives it to Fuller. Fuller looks like she was trying to go wrap around. Gets it back and throws it right at Milliken.
Yeah, almost lost it. Almost an own goal right there.
Long clear attempt. Heron got a piece of it. But the Polar Bears get it with Perry.
Yeah, a long toss, and fortunate to come away with that one to continue the clear.
A little dangerous. Hartle didn't quite see that one coming. It's going to be a fight for it. It's going to come up to Hurston. Flink goes down, I think, to stop it. And then it rolls out of bounds.
Yeah, great opportunity right there for Emma Horstein, but just unable to finish the goal.
Racing again, and a nice stick save made by Flink. They can't get it clear, though. It's been the theme for Kalamazoo defensively, and then we got, I believe, a foul called on the Hornets, which will give us our first free position opportunity of the day.
Yeah, Kalamazoo struggling early to get these ground balls to get into clear attempts, and it's resulted in a couple extra chances for the Polar Bears.
Polar Bears were 3 of 4 from the free position Wednesday night. It's going to be Martin who's going to get that opportunity. 1 for 1. Foul was called on Poshevin. Tries to bounce it. Missed it. Out of bounds. And I believe Kalamazoo's going to get it.
Yeah, try to bounce it just a little too early on that shot, and goes over the head of Flink, and Kalamazoo with a great chance to clear again.
And they can't do it. Another turnover in their own end. Martin drops it off to Hurston. Graham behind goal. Elects not to try and pass it in front. Goes back to Burden. Another long possession for the Polar Bears. They have shown they are content to take their time. Contact. And an offensive foul. You don't see that a whole lot. Well, the official kind of got it like they're Jeff Anderson.
Yeah, some high knees right there, Matt.
I don't see any high knees from the officials, but love to see it if we did. You know, he says it's good for his back. His chiropractor told him to do it. Hornets keep this one. Grelak cuts inside, going to get an opportunity. And a whistle first. No, the shot counts. Grelak's going to get a goal.
Yeah, great take right there by Grelak.
Number 7, Lily Grelak.
Grelak gets her first goal of the season. The junior out of Canton, Michigan. Had some opportunities on Wednesday night. Couldn't capitalize. Gets number 1 of the year. And then a timeout called by Ohio Northern. 4:25 to go in the first quarter. Kalamazoo with an early 3-1 lead. Following the Polar Bear timeout, we go back to the draw circle. Spooner has been quite dominant in some discussion between the officials and the head coaches. It seems like Ohio Northern's head coach, Margot Vandeveld, trying to argue for something, but too far away for either one of us to gather what that is.
Yeah, not sure what.
We can't hear them, and it's kind of difficult to see them at times. Polar Bears make a change with who will be attempting to control the draw. It's Keegan Burden now in there.
Yeah, Mets will have to send it down to the sideline reporter to get some info for us.
Unfortunately, we don't have a sideline reporter. I'll talk to Steve, see what I can do, see if we can get a sideline reporter. Hornets win again. Here comes Heron.
And Spooner's just been dominant in the circle to start this game. I believe that's all 5 so far, right?
4-1. And the one that wasn't kept by the Hornets was due to a violation. Spooner's got it. Takes a shot, finds it.
5-hole again for Spooner on that goal.
Second time she's gone low, and second time she's scored a goal.
Goal by number 10, Ella Spooner.
Yeah, Mets, this is going to be great whenever she scores. I'm really enjoying this song.
Is Mr. Swain here?
I think he just pulled up. And
Let's go. He is in the stands, and he is having a good time. Second goal of the afternoon for Spooner.
really doing it all early on in this game.
That gives her now 8 on the season. And she's back trying to get another possession for the Hornets as they now lead at 4-1. And again they win it. As Heron goes to chase that one down. Heron thought about maybe trying to go coast to coast. Instead, Fuller scores. Hornets in full control
Goal by number 13,
in the late stages of the first quarter.
Fuller.
Tessa Fuller gets number 5, her first of the afternoon.
Yeah, Mets, I'm not sure if Taylor Swift hits the same as Jay Swain.
There's the Swifties, then there's Swain Nation.
The Swainies.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, but as you said, Kalamazoo in full control early on, and it's hard for Ohio Northern to kind of come back if they can't get a draw control.
It's been the possession. I don't have TOP in front of us, but it's heavily in favor of the Hornets. And even when they haven't had defensively, they've been doing a really nice job staying in front.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they've touched the ball in the last 4 minutes of game time.
3:22 on the clock. Spooner trying to continue her dominance. Play back, and the Polar Bears in position to get this one. They finally do. Cassidy Elzy picked up the ground ball. She's in for the first time, the freshman out of Miamisburg, Ohio. Got it here. And now, what are you looking for if you're Ohio Northern?
I think you got to go back down low to your attackman, Elizabeth Graham, your fifth-year senior, your leader, and see if you can get her going a little bit.
Racing around, and then they find a nice feed. You said it, it's Graham.
Yeah, and
from
right
Riley
on field.
Kosick.
Yeah, great pass and just an easy flick right in the goal. No chance for Flink on that one. And
Elizabeth Graham.
it's exactly why you go to that fifth-year senior in Graham.
Graham gets goal number 2. Kosick gets assist number 2. The same story, and less than a minute later, the Polar Bears get one back. It's 5-2.
Yeah, the exact same sequence as their first goal. Kosick to Graham.
Nearly 7 minutes apart. The Polar Bears do score again. And we'll go back to the draw. His scoring in the last 2 minutes really has increased dramatically. 4 goals in the last 2 minutes of game time.
Yeah, after a little bit of a slow start, and now we're heating up. Seems like whoever wins the draw is getting a goal right after that.
At minimum, they get a quick opportunity. Early, it was Ohio Northern taking almost the full clock, and that time they strike very quickly. Popped high up into the air on the draw. And the Polar Bears get it. Burden's got it. The switch clearly a good move for the Polar Bears. They've won the last two. And then a whistle. And a card comes out. As Fuller's going to be sent off. Polar Bears keep it. They'll have an advantage for the time being. They're going to get a chance, and they score right off of it. It's the first goal for Riley Kosick.
Goal by 18, Riley Kosick.
Yeah, and a great find right in the middle there for Kosick. And again, really a tough save, tough job by Flink. I mean, they're just getting the ball right in the middle and ripping shots right off of it. Can't really ask much of her there.
Polar Bears answer with two quick ones. They do this one on the advantage.
And let's see if Spooner can get back to dominating these draw controls. As you said, the Polar Bears have won the last two.
She does just that, and Heron's got it. Grelak slams on the brakes and gives it up, and now the Hornets will get into their attack.
Yeah, didn't have numbers there, so Heron will pull it back out and they'll set up the offense.
Mackey trying to weave through traffic, gives it up. Now Grelak. Heron spins, and then a whistle. I believe a foul on the Polar Bears will give Heron a chance from the free position.
Yeah, great move right there by Heron to draw the foul. And now a great opportunity for her to get a goal.
She's 0 for 1 from the free position. Kalamazoo was 0 of 3 Wednesday night. Can they get their first free position goal of the year? Yes, they can. Heron gets her first goal of the night. Rather, her second goal. That's number 6 on the year for the senior from Belmont, Michigan. And the Hornets answer after the Polar Bears get 2. Back to doubling up ONU. It's now 6-3.
Yeah, it looks like each team's having answers for each other in this little stretch. I mean, Kalamazoo goes on a 4-goal run, and then Ohio Northern answers and gets it back within 2. And
so for the first 10.5 minutes of quarter number 1, we saw 3 combined goals. In the last 4 minutes and 25 seconds, we've seen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
yeah, action really picking up on the offensive ends for both teams.
Minutes ago, here in the first quarter. And again, the Hornets win the draw. Fuller had a beat for a second. Elected not to try and go one-on-one.
Yeah, thought about it, but I think they wanted to set up a play.
Looked like they were going for Spooner, but into some traffic. Too congested, and Polar Bears bring it back quickly.
Yeah, a little bit of a forced pass there and into 2 defenders, and not what you wanted from that offensive possession.
Martin looking for the answer. Into some contact. And a free position chance is going to come for the Polar Bears and Martin. They're 0 for 1 from there today. It was Kozel who got called. And Martin from straight away. The whole net open for her. This is tough for Flink.
You're asking a lot right here of Flink, and see if she can make a big save and keep Ohio Northern off the board for the time being.
Goes low, and she does just that.
Comes out of the net a little bit risky, but able to control it.
Trying to create some space for herself, turns it back over, and now the net empty momentarily. She's able to retreat. And the clock ran out on the period. As a whistle was blown.
Oh, they're going to give him a free position.
ONU's going to get a free position. I can't quite see who it is. There's going to be 1 second left on the clock.
Wow.
You don't typically see that.
Yeah, got to get one off quick here.
Trying to sort through. It's going to be Perry who gets it, and she scores at the buzzer. A momentum swinging play for the Polar Bears at the end of quarter number 1.
Goal by number 16, Emma Perry.
Perry gets her first of the season. Polar Bears capitalized from the free position for the first time today. They're 1 of 3. We're at the end of quarter number 1 in Kalamazoo. The Hornets leading it 6-4 over Ohio Northern. Second quarter about to get underway. We'll flip ends. Kalamazoo leading Ohio Northern 6-4. Zach Metz here next to me. Dawson scooping. Update down in Principia for the Kalamazoo College baseball team. Tied 0-0. Hornets picked up a dominant 17-0 win yesterday in just 7 innings. They put up 8 runs in the first inning. Got some at-bats for almost everybody they have. As this ball rolls out of bounds, Polar Bears will get it.
Yeah, talk about a great opening game and getting almost everyone in the game and getting everyone collegiate experience, and that's huge for the Hornet baseball team.
Racing the other way is Hurston. And now the Polar Bears slow it down, get back into the slow, methodical tempo.
Yeah, see if they can pick up where they left off in that end of the first quarter. A little bit of momentum for the Polar Bears and see if they can cut it down to a one-goal game.
Trying to create some offense for herself, Martin. Tough defense from Hartle, and a little too tough. Martin is 0 for 2 from the free position tonight. I think she's going to change her approach. Going to try and race in at flank. Another whistle. And I believe another foul, which means Martin's going to get another chance.
Yeah, and Ohio Northern has lived in this free position early in this game.
They're now 1 of 4.
But Kalamazoo is doing good on stopping it. Give some credit to Flink there.
Straight away, she goes low. Flink stops it again. 4th save of the night for Flink. And then an immediate turnover. And ball loose. Flink got it back.
Yeah, I think she lost it on the pass attempt, and she's fortunate to get that one back.
Looked like Martin had it.
Yeah, almost a bad turnover right in front of the goal.
Mackenzie Newhall cleared for the moment, but then Kozel couldn't hold on to it.
Yeah, Turf Monster got Kozel on that one and leads to an unfortunate turnover for the Hornets.
And the Polar Bears with it again. We got another whistle and another foul, and I believe another free position coming. Yeah, it's going to be Martin again. So far, hasn't had any success. Winds up, fires, and that one finally finds the back of the net. Martin gets a free position goal.
Number 8, Elena Martin.
Yeah, that's 3rd time's the charm on that one. Martin cashes it in to make it a one-goal game.
First goal of the night, for Martin, her 5th of the year. And 1-goal game, as you just said, our first goal of the second quarter comes about 1 minute and 40 seconds in.
Yeah, and after Ohio Northern made the switch and the center draw, and I mean, the momentum has really shifted over to the Polar Bears side, and see if Spooner can get back on the winning end of this one.
A lot going on around the MIAA and women's lacrosse as Heron couldn't hold on to that one. For now, still trying to fight for the ground ball. And she got it.
Would be funny. One thing about that, it would be funny. Come on, Hornets.
Fuller spinning. Gives it up to Hartle. Spooner couldn't hold on to it. Looking for a hat trick. Tried to go Heron, couldn't. Loose in front of the net. Polar Bears will attempt to clear, and they will do so. Martin's got it as the Polar Bears will now search for the equalizer.
Yeah, Martin really doing everything in this beginning of the second quarter for the Polar Bears.
A goal and 6 ground balls.
Yeah, all over the field early in this one.
Here comes ONU. Burden with it. Mackey swiping, trying for a steal. Couldn't do so now. Hurston trying to split 2. And she's going to get called for the offensive foul. I believe that's her 2nd of the night.
Yeah, great defense right there from the Hornets. And as you said, 2 right on her, and she tried to split them and just unable to do it. And it looks like the Hornets want to go down to Fuller behind the net to really start this offense.
Yeah, Fuller's had a lot of possession. We got an update from Principia. We'll bring you in a minute. Meanwhile, the Hornets keep it. Here's Doyle. Was looking for Hartle in front. Swiped away by Milliken. The update in Principia, Kalamazoo baseball just took a 3-0 lead over Principia. Tanner Hawkins, a 2 RBI double. He has been on absolute fire to start the year. Had a couple of doubles, a home run yesterday, 4 RBIs, I believe. He's got 2 of them today.
Yeah, talk about a start to your season right there.
And he's not one of the big names in the lineup, you know, the Raya Reinhardts, the Harrison Posats, the Cooper Mills. He's a guy who, you know, he started every game last year, but he wasn't like one of the big dogs that you were afraid of, you know, his opposite field, his deep shot power. And already this year, he's cranked out some extra base hits. Harrison Posat also with an RBI single in that one.
And again, a long clear attempt that just gets through for the Polar Bears. And
they bring it back the other way, still searching for the equalizer. Graham might have a chance to do it.
yeah, it looks like she'll pull it out and start the offense, just like the Hornets from behind the net again.
Burden. Newhall steps up defensively. Martin. And a foul called against Heron. And Martin will get yet another free position try. Hornets have been physical defensively.
Yeah, and the refs really not letting him play in the second quarter. What is that, the 4th one for her alone?
I believe so. And this one finds the net. We are tied.
Yeah, it's been the Elena Martin show for the Polar Bears in the second quarter. And
she has both goals, both from the free position. Ohio Northern, the only team to score in period number 2. About 5.5 minutes in, we're back even.
little Walter White action there for you, huh?
We had to kill a fly. Flies are bugging me. We're back to the draw.
Yeah, again, see if Spooner can get back on track with these draw controls.
She's won the last few, but it hasn't been as clean as they were early. Burden has certainly added an extra challenge.
Yeah, it's been here and really tracking all of them down.
This one's loose. Burden's going to get it.
And the Polar Bears with a chance to take the lead after thought Kalamazoo might run away with it early on in this game.
They have not led today. And Flink stops that one from Graham, who went low trying to give Ohio Northern the lead.
Yeah, great save right there. I think Flink is really good at those saving those low shots. The bounces that have been getting her early on in this game.
Doyle. Hornets going quickly. Spooner a chance. Spooner a goal. Hornets back in front.
Goal by number 10, Ella Spooner.
And the Swainies are back out after that one.
On the left side of our bleachers sits the Jay Swain fan club. It's now 7-6 Kalamazoo. Spooner gets the hat trick.
And a great cut and a great pass right there from Doyle to find the cutting Spooner for the goal.
Yeah, Doyle gets credit for the assist. It's her 5th of the year. She had 4 Wednesday night, only getting 1 goal.
Yeah, more of a pass first kind of attackman back behind the net. And Her and Fuller really setting up the offense for the Hornets early on.
8:41 to go in the second quarter. Spooner flips it back, and Polar Bears, for the moment, thought they were going to have it, but Heron racing for it, and the Hornets will get it.
See if they set it up from the top this time or if they're going to go around the horn.
Spooner plays in a great find to Fuller and a tough catch, but couldn't get the shot off. And the Polar Bears looking to clear.
Yeah, I'm not sure who it was, but great defense, not from your goalie, but from the defenseman to block that shot.
So now Ohio Northern looking for the answer, trying to get this game back evened up. They've still yet to lead. They have tied the game a couple of times. And Newhall defensively steps in front of that one.
And the Hornets have really been playing pretty solid on the defensive end. It's just the free positions that are really killing them early on in this second quarter.
A little too aggressive. And this one is going to stay with the Polar Bears after the initial ruling was it will be Kalamazoo possession. Kosick gives it up. Grace Wilson's in. Burden might have had a chance, and then she took a shot. Hits the turf, and another free position chance coming.
I think the ref got fooled a little bit there on that acting job, but nonetheless, a free position chance again for the Polar Bears.
There was certainly some contact, but it might have been more from the turf monster. Wind up in a shot and a goal. And the Polar Bears tie it back up again from the free position. Now 4 of 7 tonight.
Goal by number 20, Keegan Burden.
Keegan Burden got the goal. Her second of the year. First of the night. We're back even, the 7-minute mark. The scoring has come in spurts. We've had droughts with goals, and we've had other moments where goals have come in the matter of minutes. We've had about 3 goals in the last 2.5 minutes, and the Hornets get this one to Hartle. Fuller.
See if the Hornets can respond after the Polar Bears tie it up and have a little bit of momentum on their side.
They've had responses, and it's been with Spooner. Doyle. 60 seconds to shoot.
Yeah, they'll start it from behind, see if they can find someone cutting from up top.
Kozel to Hartle. Hartle took some contact as she was trying to get it to Kozel. It's still loose on the ground. Still loose. Grelak's in the mix. Swung forward. Mackey couldn't pick it up. Vivian Schmidt will. Fuller to Spooner. And the Hornets are going to get a free position try. Is it going to be Spooner? It is. First free position try for Spooner tonight. Hornets are 1 of 1. It was Heron who capitalized. Can Spooner give the Hornets the lead back? Took some contact, and Callahan, or rather Milliken, with the save.
Yeah, and great defense on that free position, but
a turnover.
gives it right back.
Heron splits some contact, goes low, and another great save by Milliken.
Wow. Yeah, that's huge right there after the turnover, and Heron was going to capitalize and get another goal.
Milliken makes up for her own mistake. Under 5 minutes to go. Pass a little too long for Graham. Schmidt will go try and pick it up, having some issues doing so, and then plays a little hockey to keep it away from the Polar Bears.
Yeah, good move right there to kind of flick it back and make it easier for her to collect the ground ball.
Doyle's got it in a whistle.
Yeah, not sure what that whistle was for.
I think the shot clock maybe not a reset, but it looks good to me. I do not know what the issue was. Usually your first thought when a stoppage like that happens is some sort of technical difficulty. Another great save from Milliken. Spooner had another great look. And another whistle, and this one is a shot clock issue. Spring sports are underway in the zoo, and Kalamazoo women's lacrosse tied with Ohio Northern at 7.
Yeah, on a beautiful day in late February.
Late February. The sun's out, a little chilly, but that's what you expect. They'll be back at home next week when they take on Wisconsin Eau Claire. Grelak trying to make something happen on her own, goes back to Doyle. Fuller. Spooner. That one goes wide. Hornets will keep it. Here's Kozel. Just going to go to Spooner. 40 seconds. Got Fuller on the cut. Well drawn up, and the Hornets retake the lead again.
Goal by number 13, Tessa Fuller.
Yeah, great find right there from Spooner to find Fuller on the cut, and that's easy for her right in front of the goal. And again, the Hornets take a 1-goal lead.
Second goal of the night for Fuller. That gives her 6 on the year. Spooner gets the assist, her first of the night and second of the year. And it's 8-7 Kalamazoo, 3-17. It was one of those droughts where we didn't see much scoring. Went about 4 minutes without a goal.
Yeah, and about the same as the first game for Kalamazoo in the scoring category. As you can see, Spooner, Heron, and Fuller really leading the way.
Back to the draw circle. Goes Spooner and Burden. And the Hornets cleanly win this one with Heron. Fuller. Goes to Doyle. Here's Hartle. Spooner, she gonna try and do it herself? No, she'll give it up to Mackey. Under 3 minutes to go until halftime here. Doyle lost it and turns it over.
It looked like they were trying to set up a play up top with their midfielders, and
Tori Weiss picked it up.
yeah, Doyle lost it down low.
Polar Bears slow down once more. We've hit the 2-minute warning in the first half. Kalamazoo leading it by 1.
And taking their time on this possession, already over halfway through the shot clock.
It sits at 35. Hurston. Pass sailed too long. Newhall got it.
Yeah, great job of her right there. And that ball bouncing around right in front of the goalie, and that's a dangerous spot, but great job to get it and start the clear for the Hornets.
Spooner. To Hartle to Grelag. Back to Hartle.
See if they try to set something up top again, maybe. Run the offense from behind the net on this possession.
As Fuller looks, we'll have a baseball update in a moment. Again, Grelag to Heron. It's down low, and it was sitting just by the foot of Milliken, who didn't quite know where it was, and in the end, she gets it.
Yeah, great save by Milliken, but as you said, almost just dribbled into the net, and fortunate break right there for the Polar Bears. Almost a 2-goal lead at the very end of the quarter.
30 seconds to go until the half. Big defensive possession for Kalamazoo to take a lead into the break. That shot blocked. Might have hit Newhall in the face. Maybe the arm, maybe some. Can't quite tell. I don't want to speculate too much.
Yeah, but stepped right in front of that one, and she'll feel that one for sure. Telling the trainers to stay off the field. She wants to stay in the game.
And I believe Ohio Northern's going to get a card here. 20 seconds to go. A yellow card comes out. And so the Hornets will be up with 20 seconds. Newhall's okay. By the way, that baseball update. Kalamazoo takes a 4-0 lead over Principia. Cam Kelly reaching on a fielder's choice to get an RBI.
And 20 seconds to see if the Hornets can get something.
15 for Newhall. Trying to go ahead to Doyle. It was tipped. Free with 10. Polar Bears have it. Looks like they're just going to try and keep possession, get to the break, and that is exactly what they will do. It's been up and down, back and forth. But as we reach halftime, Kalamazoo leading Ohio Northern 8-7 as we look at the numbers. 14 shots on goal for Kalamazoo to 12 for Ohio Northern. The free position is what kept the Polar Bears alive. They were 4 of 7 from the free spot, and the Hornets just 1 of 2. They dominated the draw control. Kalamazoo did 11-5. That's with Ella Spooner. Ohio Northern with 13 ground balls to Kalamazoo. 10 turnovers for the Hornets to 8 for the Polar Bears. And 10 Hornet fouls, 6 for Ohio Northern. Draw controls are probably, the one thing Ohio Northern's looking to fix. But for Kalamazoo, you think it's, less fouls, less turnovers? What do you think they got to do to hold on to this lead?
Yeah, definitely the fouls are the issue for the Hornets. I mean, that free position, 4 of 7 for the Polar Bears, that's really what's kept them in this game. And as you said, Kalamazoo, they had a pretty big lead early on in this game, and those free possession shots got them right back into the game, and that's where we sit at a 1-goal game.
The goalies today, Chloe Milliken with 6 saves for the Polar Bears, stopping 42% of the shots she has faced. Jordan Flink stopping 41%, 5 saves for Kalamazoo's. Elena Martin, Riley Kosick, and Elizabeth Graham with 2 goals apiece for the Polar Bears. Keegan Burden adding 1. Leading in assists is Kosick with 2. Cassidy Elzy with 1. Ground ball leader for Ohio Northern is Martin with 7. On the Hornets side, Spooner with the hat trick, 3 goals. Hannah Herron, Tessa Fuller with 2 apiece, and Lily Grelak with 1 of her own assists from Spooner, Herron, Fuller, and Jordan Doyle. The Hornet ground ball leader is Hannah Herron with just 2. It's been very spread out for them today. We're going to take a break for halftime. We'll be back with you for the second half of action. Your halftime score, Kalamazoo 8, Ohio Northern 7. Back at the MAC, Kalamazoo leading Ohio Northern 8-7 as we get ready to start the second half. Update from Principia. In the top of the fifth inning, Kalamazoo still leading Principia 4-0. Lucas Bolton's got a chance to bring in Robert Newland after he just tripled. Also in women's lacrosse action across the MIAA, Capital leading Hope 7-5 in the second. Trine leading Bethel 7-4 late in the second. Spooner trying to win a draw for Kalamazoo against Burden. We are underway for the second half. Polar Bears have it. Here comes Emma Hurston. Zach Metz and Dawson Scoopin here bringing you all the action. First shot low, scores. Hornets made a goalie switch at halftime as they did in game one. They bring in the freshman Poppy Balkema, and immediately the Polar Bears tie at 13 seconds in. That goal comes from Hurston. Gets her third of the year. Unassisted, 13 seconds in. We're right back where we started this game. Tied.
Yeah, quick answer right there from the Polar Bears, and exactly the start they wanted, and not the start that the Hornets were looking for.
This draws up for grabs, and Hurston again with it. The violation keeps it with Ohio Northern. Ohio Northern can take their first lead right here. Here's Elena Martin.
Yeah, Mattson, as you said, one thing that Ohio Northern needed to switch at halftime was the draw controls, and looks like that's exactly what they've done.
I believe we got a flag coming here. And this might mean more free position tries for the Polar Bears.
Exact opposite of what Kalamazoo needed to fix at halftime.
That's what you and I talked about. They had to keep the fouls in check. And Riley Kosik's going to get a try, makes a cut, puts her on skates, and then hits the crossbar. An unbelievable move, and was inches away from giving the Polar Bears the lead.
Yeah, great move right there, and just unfortunate break for the Polar Bears to hit the crossbar on that one. A little bit of a break for the Hornets, see if they can capitalize.
And Spooner breaking towards the net, stopped. The shot was saved, but Spooner, no, not going to get a free position chance. Instead, Heron steps in front to intercept the pass. Hornets with numbers. And Heron will slow down. Doyle around the net. Heron, the try. That one blocked.
Yeah, was that blocked by Weiss maybe in front of the goalie?
Somebody went down low, almost like a dive block when you're playing NHL 24. I don't know if you're a big hockey guy.
A little bit.
You ever just turn the rules off and you start dive blocking everywhere? That's what I like to do.
Yeah. The sports fanatic, Zach Metz.
Some people have called me that. Cast the LZ the other way for the Polar Bears. Pass too high for Graham. Rolling towards the baseline and out of bounds. Hornets going to get a good job defensively by Schmidt to keep Graham from being able to pick that up.
And the Hornets, bend don't break, still have not given up the lead completely. I mean, this game's been tied a couple times, but Ohio Northern still looking for their first lead.
Almost 2.5 minutes into the second half. Fuller Goes low, and it's just wide. And it's going to be to the Polar Bears.
Wow. I thought Doyle was there, but apparently it was Milliken.
Tough angle for us. I got a giant wall to my left, so it's not easy to see.
Yeah.
Could be a break the other way. Elsie ahead of the pack, one-on-one. And a flag's going to come out. The shot's going to go wide. It was one-on-one. Elsie and Balkema. Flag came out, which means ONU's going to get another chance. And they're going to send off, I believe, Marin Boschevin. So again, the Polar Bears will attack with an advantage.
Yeah, see if the Hornets can do a little bit better job on this time on the man down. Got scored on very quickly in the first one.
Going to be an opportunity for Graham, and Hartle defending, but now Martin racing into contact, turns it over. Good defense by the Hornets. Spooner kept it. Hornets can get a shorthanded goal here. Ohio Northern's first goal of the half, remember, came a man down. They're going to get a chance. Ducking through was Kozel, and she just went wide.
Wow, great move to get the shot off, just not on target with the actual shot.
Grelak couldn't handle the pass cleanly. And then Spooner couldn't handle it. And it's a turnover. Hornets unable to get any more shot attempts.
Yeah, an unfortunate turnover right there. And Polar Bears right back to the offensive end.
Kosick trying to bring it into the offensive end. Does, after losing the ball for a moment. Hurston. A great defensive play by Heron to knock it away, and Kalamazoo is going to get it back.
Yeah, great defensive play right there by Heron. You hear a lot about her on the offensive end, but
she's really just a Swiss Army knife.
yeah, great defensive play there from her.
Incredibly versatile. Spooner had a lane for a moment, but well defended by the Polar Bears, and then Grelak couldn't handle the pass again. Fuller double teamed and then got it to Spooner. And the shot blocked by Milliken. And then Doyle couldn't stay in bounds. Ohio Northern gets it again. We're in one of those scoring lulls again. Our last goal came 13 seconds into the period. Nearly 6 minutes later, still tied at 8. Pass sails high. As some foots collide. I believe it was Boschevin who was released.
And another long clear attempt by Milliken, and I think the Polar Bears are going to get away with it again.
Another whistle. And a card is coming out. I think. Maybe not. It's tough to tell. We just resume play, and Polar Bears have it. And then running out of bounds, turning it over was Perry. Another well-defended play by the Hornets. Grelak couldn't hold on to the pass again. Ball's kicked forward, and Mackey's got it.
And a really good pass by Heron on that clear, but Lily Grelak just unable to control it, and Kalamazoo gets a break and getting that ground ball back.
Heron cut in front. Fuller couldn't find a way to get it to her. Now Spooner. Winding up, charging in, takes some contact, and it's an offensive foul. And maybe not. I think we have disagreeing calls from the officials.
It looked like one was calling offensive, one might be calling defensive.
I believe it's a double foul or some sort of call like that.
Stays with the Hornets, but no free position attempts.
So my guess is it's offsetting fouls. You don't see that every day as the Hornets will set up their play.
Yeah, see if they can break the scoring drought.
Heron looking for somewhere, nowhere to go.
Yeah, looks like they'll reset it up.
Fuller instead just going to try and go herself. Couldn't get it. It's loose in front. Heron fighting through contact. And a foul called. Heron's going to get a free position try.
I was going to say, there's a lot of contact on that one. Heron almost right in front of the goal. And she'll get a chance to break the scoring drought.
She scored once from the free position. Can she do it again and get the Hornets the lead back? Sails high. Kalamazoo keeps it. 7 minutes to go.
Yeah, you don't see that often from her, but just let that one sail for sure.
Hornets from the free position today. Now sit at 1 for 3.
Yeah, and that's really what's keeping Ohio Northern in this game. The Polar Bears 4 of 8 and the Hornets 1 of 3.
Spooner off a screen, had it knocked away into the stick of Milligan.
She's looking for another deep pass. Let's see if we get one.
Get one long. Newhall intercepted it. Newhall's got a chance one-on-one, and it's stopped.
Wow, great play right there from Newhall. Snagged it with one hand. And almost had a goal.
Another stoppage in play at the 6:07 mark.
Yeah, and the Hornets have been on the attacking end for a while here and still unable to come up with anything to show for it.
Another update from Principia. Kalamazoo extends the lead to 5-0. Currently in the bottom of the 5th. It was a Bolton ground out to score in the middle, and actually an update just happening. A 3-run home run for Principia makes it 5-3. So the Hornets, after dominant 17-0 victory yesterday, in a bit of a battle here as Braden Massat, who had been dominant all afternoon, gets rocked for a 3-run bomb. As the Hornets get called for a green card here, it sends Newhall out. And a turnover again. Heron intercepts the long pass.
Yeah, not sure what the green card was for, but the Hornets get it right back and will be attacking a man down.
Still looking for their first goal of the second half. We haven't seen a goal since 14:47. Almost 10 minutes later.
Yeah, we'll see if the Polar Bears start throwing doubles at whoever has the ball. Looks like the Hornets will just elect to try to run out this penalty.
Mackey to Grelak. Back to Mackey. Is Kalamazoo trying to run the penalty out, get Newhall back on the field. And they do so successfully. Kalamazoo back to full strength. Heron. Doyle was open for a second, couldn't get it to her. Spooner's going to try instead. This is wide. And another whistle, and another card's coming out. And Spooner's coming out.
Yeah, Kalamazoo getting hammered here in this third quarter with penalties.
So the green card goes on Spooner. And another turnover by the Polar Bears in their own end, meaning the Hornets are going to get it back. And they can do the same thing, try and run the penalty out, get Spooner back on the field.
Yeah, they'll just pass it around up top and gladly take all these penalty minutes.
Mackey made a cut. And Hartold chose not to go there, instead down to Doyle.
Yeah, not really looking to score here, more just looking to run out this penalty.
Get your leading scorer back on the field.
And here comes the double.
Mackey gives it up to Hartle. Aaron, they continue to run this down, and Grelak couldn't hold on to the pass. And it's picked up by the Polar Bears. Another long pass ahead to Perry. And then a pass inside as the Polar Bears nearly had a chance to take the first lead. They get another one, and Belkema saves it. So still Ohio Northern yet to lead as Spooner about to come back onto the field. Kozel to Grelak. Spooner's back out. Hornets back to full strength.
Yeah, see if someone can break this drought.
2:45 to go. Will it be Heron? She makes a move. Hartle, a big check and a whistle.
Yeah, the fans letting them hear about that one.
Which means, I believe, a free position try for Sophie Hartle. And she will just continue to set up the attack. Heron beat her with speed, got it into the net, and the Hornets finally get a goal in the second half to retake the lead.
Yeah, great shot right there from Heron. Top right corner, and no chance for Milliken on that one.
Third one of the afternoon for Hannah Heron. Gives her a hat trick, tied with Spooner for the lead today. It's her 7th goal of the season. And the Hornets retake the lead, 9-8 with 2:22 to go. And we have a timeout called. 2:22 to go. In the third quarter, Kalamazoo retakes the lead, 9-8. After the timeout, we're back into the draw circle. As Kalamazoo now looking to build on the lead.
Yeah, after we finally got that goal after, what, 12 and a half minutes of game time?
Yeah, exact time, 12 minutes, 25 seconds in between goals. As the Hornets retake the lead. Polar Bears have yet to lead today.
Hornets did have a lead in the second half in the first game of the year, and were unable to hold on, see if they can hold on here.
Aaron goes, picks that up. In some trouble. Got it to Schmidt. And Kalamazoo will bring it the other way. Spinning is Schmidt now. She'll give it up to her attacking unit.
See if they opt to set this one up from behind the net with Fuller again.
They've had some success there. Doyle.
Looking to go on a little bit of a scoring run. I know we're hoping for it.
Hornets hoping to get some cushion on their lead. Spooner makes a cut. You only had 3 defenders by her. Fuller turns, hits the crossbar.
Wow. Almost a great find and goal right there. Just another unfortunate break hitting the crossbar. Looks like they'll reset.
Approaching a minute to go. Aaron gonna try and go. I believe that's the Kozel. Ball is still loose. Hornets are gonna get it with Fuller. I believe Weiss hit the turf. Kalamazoo will set up again. Doyle trying to go in front, looking for Spooner. And it somehow ended up to Kozel.
Yeah, 2 fortunate bounces there for the Hornets.
35 seconds. Spooner gets a chance. Stopped by Milliken.
All right, good job there from Milliken to corral that one and see if they just elect to run this one down or if they're going to try to get another goal.
It's loose in front, and with 20 seconds left, Polar Bears bringing it the other way.
And a good chance for a little bit of a break here.
10 seconds left. They go ahead to Graham. They've scored at the last second once already. 5 seconds. They want to do it. They got to do it now, and they're not going to get a shot off. We only saw 1 goal apiece in that third quarter. Who knows what we're going to see in the final frame. We go to the fourth. Kalamazoo leading Ohio Northern 9-8. We got 15 minutes to go in this one. Kalamazoo with a 1-goal lead. Update from Principia. Principia gets another home run, a solo shot this time that makes it 5-4 in the bottom of the 6th. Kalamazoo still leading in that one. Braden Massat struck out 8 today, but allowed 2 home runs, and one of them worth 3.
It looks like his day is over.
Yeah, they turn it over to Charlie Peterson over there.
See if Chuck can close out that game for him.
Hornets win the draw to start the 4th quarter.
Fuller and Doyle will go right back behind the net and set up the Hornet offense.
They'd love to get a little bit of insurance. Fuller is going to do just that. Not quite 13 seconds, but 23. And Tessa Fuller gets her 3rd of the afternoon. Hornets by 2.
And a great start to the quarter for the Hornets. And exactly the opposite of the 3rd right there.
So now if you're the Hornets, you're okay with there being 12 and a half minutes without anybody scoring.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what they would want.
10-8 now.
10-8 now. Let's see if they go on another 12-minute streak after that one. Haven't seen much of the draw controls in the second half, but Kalamazoo still with a lead in that category.
13-7, they lead overall in the draw control. And they win this one. This is what helped them build their first half lead before the Polar Bears came back to tie it. And Doyle will set up the attack again.
Yeah, Heron thought about it for a second, but decided to pull it out and set up the offense.
Grelak makes a move, takes some contact now. Hartle to Kozel. Shakes the defender into the middle, and then flag comes out.
Yeah, I thought she had an opportunity to shoot that one after a really nice move, but
I thought she did as well.
didn't fire it, and looks like she'll get a free position.
The freshman Julia Kozel from Ada, Michigan, looking for her first collegiate goal.
Great opportunity right here.
Brings it in, and then had it knocked away.
And again, no shot attempt.
Nearly turned over by Milliken, and they can't handle the ground ball. Weiss in some trouble. And then this is going to be given to the Polar Bears.
Yeah, calling a trip. I'm not too sure if she tripped her, but great play by Doyle and
Doyle and Fuller putting tons of pressure on the back end of the Polar Bears.
Yeah, the attackman getting in on the ride, and no problem for the Polar Bears. And
this ball running towards the sideline. It's going to go out of bounds. Another turnover.
And right as I say that, right on cue, Mets.
17 turnovers for ONU now. Hornets looking for their first win of the season after dropping a close one Wednesday night down at Indiana Tech. And that pass sails wide. And Mackey came up with it. Now it's loose again, and the ground ball to the Polar Bears. Hurston couldn't hold on to it. Still loose on the ground.
A little bit of hockey right there to get it back to herself. And leading the one-man break.
This could be a chance for the Polar Bears to get one back. And that shot saved by Balkema.
a little bit of an errant pass, but she was able to handle it, and then
Hurston turns it over, the offensive foul.
yeah, unfortunate call there for her after a great catch.
Hornets searching for even more insurance, trying to go up 3. Maybe an early dagger.
Let's see if Spooner tries to make a move.
Still loads of time left, but the more the Hornets can grow the lead, the more time works against the Polar Bears. As we have a stoppage, and I believe Spooner's going to get a free position chance.
Yeah, Kalamazoo really struggling to take advantage of these free positions to see if Spooner can change that.
1 of 3 today. Spooner's getting a chance. Here she comes. Spooner gets it to go.
Great duck move right there by Spooner and able to capitalize, and that's a big one.
4th of the afternoon for Spooner.
And you know what that means, Mets.
It's Jay Swain time. I heard he's performing tonight.
Yeah, he is performing in Hicks Center tonight, and I know I'll be attending.
I might have to be. Should we broadcast that?
I think we should have a booth in there for sure.
I'll have to talk to Steve, see if we can get the Jay Swain performance live.
I heard that he might be performing through the city tonight.
Ooh. Well, Spooner has given him plenty of reason to put on that performance. 4 goals. Puts her at now 10 on the year.
Yeah, talk about a preview for tonight. Thank you to Ella Spooner for that.
11:14 to go. Hornets lead by 3. And as we just said, the more the Hornets score, the more time works against Ohio Northern. Still a lot of it left, though, and that pass misses from Hartle to Doyle.
Yeah, great draw control from Spooner right to Sophie Hartle. Just a little bit too much mustard on that pass.
Polar Bears trying to get a quick goal to get the deficit back down to 2, as they are in danger of suffering their first loss of the young season. Kosick gives it back to Elsie. As Newhall got a piece of that. Keeps it here, halfway through the shot clock again.
Yeah, Newhall's been really good on the defensive end, down low by the goal.
Here's Graham. Graham looking for her 3rd goal. Gives it up to Elsie. Five to shoot for Callahan. Martin's got to get it off now. Does, but not before a whistle. And another card comes out of the official's pocket. And it's going to go to Martin, which I think is going to put the Hornets in the advantage.
Yeah, 2 seconds left on the shot clock. Had to get something up and shot it right into someone. I can't tell who that is. It might have been Boschevin on the end of that shot.
So here come the Hornets. Kozel towing the sideline, stays in bounds. Nicely done.
And a successful clear for the Hornets, and looks like Fuller will try to get the offense started.
They have an advantage. Grelak
for someone to flare to the middle.
There's Spooner. Fuller, and taking a lot of contact was Heron.
And another penalty. Hornets go 2 men up.
Two polar bears in the box.
Yeah, hopefully Heron's all right after that one. Took a shot to the head, it looked like.
Looks like she's going to try and walk this one off.
She'll go for the free position attempt. She's been pretty good here today. She see if she can add another.
Looking for her 4th goal of the afternoon to give the Hornets a 4-goal lead. And that one hit the post. I believe that's the 3rd time the Hornets have hit out of the goalpost with the crossbar. And then losing it was McMillan. Or rather, Milliken, excuse me.
Hits the post again. I'm not
Hits the
sure
post
what she was doing on that one.
Again, and then a whistle blew.
Looks like she just set the ball down behind the goal.
Chloe Milliken has 10 saves today and has stopped nearly half the Hornet shots, but she has faced a large number, 21 shots on goal for Kalamazoo. Heron, another free try to Spooner. Another one. 5 for Ella Spooner.
Yeah, great find right there. Unselfish play by Heron on her own free position attempt, and pass it to Spooner on the cut. And you know what that means, Mets.
Jay Swain
Jay
time.
Swain time. That girl just scored. I'm really hoping that you can hear this on the broadcast.
I think so. Based on what I can see, I don't see any reason why you can't. We got windows open. It's warmed up today. Weather's been beautiful.
Yeah, the sun is making it a little bit warm, honestly. A little bit surprising for a day in February.
February is dwindling away. We're less than a week away from the last day of February into what I deem the greatest month of the year, March.
Some could say that.
There's a lot of great things that happen in March. Spring break, March Madness.
March Madness being the big one for you, for sure.
Oh, yeah. Doyle couldn't hold on to the pass from Heron.
And again, the Hornets win the draw and then just unable to get it down to the attackman.
We split the double. Time really working against the Polar Bears now, but they have plenty of it still. That won't help. A turnover.
See if they go back down low to start the offense again.
Doyle to Fuller. They're back behind net once more. As the clock continues to wind, and Polar Bears really haven't had any scoring opportunities in the last few minutes.
And the Hornets are glad to just work this ball around and eat some clock before they try to really get their offense going.
Around the horn once more. Grelak stumbled, but kept possession. Spooner. Back to Doyle. Couldn't hold on to that one cleanly. And the Polar Bears get a stop. Now they need to clear.
Yeah, the Hornets really struggling with that pass over here on the close right side.
I think the sun's got something to do with it. I mean, it is on that side of the field.
Could be it. Just unable to hit Doyle like 3 times on their last 3 possessions.
Here comes Callahan. That sun is certainly tough. Here's Elsie. Gives to Emma Perry. Burden. I thought might have a chance, but Polar Bears forced to work long again. This one loose in front of the net. And a couple bodies on the turf. We'll see what the call is here.
Yeah, I believe that's Graham on the bottom of the pile.
Graham was tangled up with Heron. 6:10 left and the Hornets by 4. And Graham's going to get a free position try.
Yeah, maybe Graham and Ware both took tumbles on that one. And again, Ohio Northern, where they made all their money today. In that free position.
Graham tries, scores. A much-needed goal for the Polar Bears. And
Yeah.
it's the third for Elizabeth Graham.
Goes stick side on that shot, and
Goal by number
Balcom
29.
unable to come up with the save. And a little bit of hope for the Polar Bears.
Still a lot of time left.
Yeah.
6:07.
As we saw in that second quarter, I mean, a lot of goals can happen very quickly.
Second quarter, we saw it late in the first quarter. We've only seen, in total, 6 goals in the second half. 4 of them for the Hornets, 2 of them for the Bears. Quick update from Principia. Another home run for Principia tied the game at 5, but Kalamazoo immediately answered. A Cam Kelly RBI and a Daniel Bakari double have given the Hornets the lead back. It is 7-5 in the top of the 7th inning. Polar Bears are going to get this one. Martin, a quick goal will really make things interesting. 3-goal lead still for Kalamazoo. Graham has that chance, gets it.
And that'll get them fired up. You can hear the bench from all the way in the press box.
Don't go anywhere yet.
Number
2
29,
goals,
Elizabeth
a matter of seconds apart from each other. It's the 4th for Graham. To be exact, those goals were 16 seconds apart. Kosick got another assist. It's her 3rd of the night, or rather the afternoon, and it's her 5th of the season.
And the Bears are right back in this one.
And Kalamazoo wants to talk it over. 5:51 to go. Hornets holding on to a 12-10 lead. Another draw, 5:51 left, and the Polar Bears have fought their way back into this game. Spooner pops it up. Polar Bears have it. They've scored 2 quick ones, and now might have another chance to get within 1. Burden to Graham. They'll set their offense up now.
Yeah. See if they look to go right back to Graham.
They missed Callahan. Boshevin's going to beat her to it and get the ground ball.
Great play right there to box out the ONU player. And See if the Hornets can clear this one.
Mackey gets into some space. And the Hornets successfully clear, and then Grelak can't hold on to the pass. Ball's loose near the sideline. Polar Bears going to get it.
And the Polar Bears, gonna get another chance.
And then stepping out of bounds.
Wow.
Turning it over. Can't quite see the number.
Huge break for the Hornets right there.
It was LaJudas who turned it over. Now Grelak.
And the Hornets will take their time on the offensive end. See if
Two goal.
they use up most of the shot clock.
2-goal lead. Just over 4 minutes left. Mackey couldn't hold on to the pass. Spooner nearly picked it up into a golden scoring opportunity. Instead, Polar Bears the other way. Under 4 minutes.
Some great defense right there from the attackmen, but the Polar Bears still able to clear and get it into the offensive end.
Pass a little errant from LZ, and it's a turnover. Belkema. A really long pass, but it was on target.
Yeah, great pass.
To Kozel, who's in some trouble, lost it. It's still loose. Kosick got it. Clock continuing to wind down as we approach 3 minutes.
See if they can get Graham a look again. Nope.
It's Hurston, and it's a 1-point game.
Yeah, and the Polar Bears climb right back into this one. And
By number 11.
almost a repeat of the first game for the Hornets.
3:05 left. Emma Hurston, second of the night. That gives her 4 on the year.
And the Hornets will talk this one over with their keeper.
Now you feel like they need a goal badly.
Yeah, had a lot of insurance, and it's starting to run out. Not what you want to see if you're a Hornet fan.
They built the lead back up to 4, and they did it really with the dominance of the draw control, and so far they've lost some of that.
Ohio Northern closing the gap in that category a little bit.
Momentum with the Polar Bears.
See if they can get another win here. That would be huge for them.
It's Spooner and Burden in the draw circle again. And Spooner very close to winning that one. Heron picks it up. Hornets will get it. A huge attack opportunity coming for Kalamazoo.
It looks like Fuller will start it from behind the net again.
Are you more of a component of drain the clock, or are you just saying run your offense?
A little bit of both, I think, Mets. I mean, look to pass it around the horn a couple times, see if you can get an open cutter, and if not, then really start to get into your offense.
2.5 left.
It seems like they'll eat maybe probably 30 more seconds off this shot clock until they really start to look to attack.
Fuller to Grelak. To Kozel to Hartle. To Spooner.
See if they get it back behind net and then start their offense, or if they want to start from up top with the midfielders.
Kozel, under 2 minutes. Kozel in some trouble. Get it back to Spooner. 20 seconds just about on the shot clock. Ella Spooner puts one up and gets it in!
Right back to old reliable Ella Spooner. And Mets, you know what time it is.
For the 6th time today, it's time for some Jay Swain.
Back-to-back games with 6 goals for Ella Spooner, and that's a way to start your season. And none bigger than that one right there today.
It gets it back to a 2-goal lead for Kalamazoo with 1:48 to go. And a little bit of insurance when the Hornets really needed it.
Yeah, time really against the Polar Bears now, needing 2 in just 1:50 seconds, basically. And we've seen them do it, but it starts right here with this draw control.
They've gotten 2 about 13 seconds apart. This is important draw control, another big one.
And who else but Spooner to take it?
She's been very, very good in the circle today, winning 17 of 26 draws, and she does that one herself.
Right to herself. And
Here she comes, and I believe they'll slow it down now. Eat as much clock as possible, and now the Polar Bears really got to turn up the heat.
and holding it for almost all the 90. And I'll take it down to what, about 15, 20 seconds left on the clock, and
They turn it over instead.
that corner right there has not been treating the Hornets well.
I think it's the sun. Here's Weiss the other way, running through the swarm of Hornets.
And Weiss will do it herself.
And we're going to stop the clock. I believe Ohio Northern's taking a timeout. No, we have a green card coming out.
On Spooner.
It's Spooner who's coming out. So Spooner out for a minute.
Wow, that's big.
So with 1:08 left, Hornets will spend the majority of this.
Shot clock basically off, but you need a quick goal here if you're the Polar Bears.
Martin trying to get the quick goal. She's tripped up. 56.5.
And a golden opportunity for a goal now. And Martin really doing it all for the Polar Bears today.
She's going to get a try from the free position.
I believe this is her 5th or 6th try.
It's the 10th team one. It's her and Belcom a one-on-one. The shot, oh, she whiffed. Just couldn't get the shot off. And it's going back the other way. 45 seconds, the Hornets, if they can avoid turnovers, are going to kill this off and win this game.
Yeah, not sure if she got hit from behind or if she just lost that one, but a huge break for the Hornets and basically can just run this one out.
30 seconds. They got to avoid turning it over. Aaron has yet to do so. You'd like to have the ball in her hands.
They'll throw the double, but
Drelak couldn't hold on to that pass, and Polar Bears get it. 10 seconds left. Don't think they got enough time to get 2.
yeah, just a little too late.
And that one's knocked away. Clock stopped with 3.4. Spooner got released. I think she's getting sent right back.
Yep. Right back to the box for
So
Spooner.
Spooner's going to spend a lot of time in the box today, but she also scored 6 goals. So I think that Jess Smith and the staff will take it.
Yeah, just 3 seconds left, and that'll
Final
do it.
seconds run off. Kalamazoo gets a win in their home opener, their first win of the year in the 2024 season by a final score of 13-11. The Hornets will be at home next week on Saturday when they take on Wisconsin Eau Claire. As for Ohio Northern, they dropped to 1-1. They'll continue their run of MIAA teams to open their schedule. They will be at Trine Wednesday night. Look at the final numbers. Kalamazoo finished with 23 shots on goal to ONU's 18. ONU was 5 of 10 from free position. Kalamazoo 2 of 5. Ella Spooner dominated the draw control circle. 18 wins to Ohio Northern's 9. ONU picked up 26 ground balls to Kalamazoo's 16. Each team with 24 turnovers. Chloe Milliken will be the losing goalie for Ohio Northern. She had 10 saves, stopped 43% of the shots she saw. Still a pretty good day in that, but faced a high volume of those shots. Jordan Flink started in goal, had 5 saves, stopped 41% of the shots. Poppy Belkema played the second half, had 2 saves, stopped 33%. Elizabeth Graham scoring 4 goals for the Polar Bears. Elena Martin, Emma Hurston, Riley Kosick with 2, Keegan Burden with 1. Kosick had 3 assists, and Cassie Elsie with 1. Leading them in ground balls was Elena Martin. On the Hornets side, the player of the game today, it's Ella Spooner. 6 goals leads both teams, including the dagger goal late. Hannah Heron, Tessa Fuller each with 3, Lily Grelak with 1. Leading Kalamazoo in assists was Heron with 2, Spooner, Fuller, and Jordan Doyle each 1 apiece. Leading Kalamazoo in ground balls was Hannah Heron with 5. Well, Scoop, what was the difference today? Did they do differently that allowed them to close this game out as opposed to Wednesday night?
Yeah, I think it really started on the defensive end. Ohio Northern got those 3 quick goals and made it a game, but after that, the Hornets really tightened up and make sure they didn't repeat of Wednesday and giving up that second half lead.
We thank you all for tuning in. As we said earlier, our next broadcast will be next Saturday when Kalamazoo hosts Wisconsin Eau Claire. That's signing off from Mackenzie Field at the Kalamazoo College Athletics Field Complex. My name's Zach Metz. Next to me is Dawson Scoopin. Kalamazoo wins it by a final score of 13-11. Thank you, everyone, and have a great evening.